Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is UFC Investor. In this video, we're going to be going over my bets, predictions, and picks for Ankalaev versus Pereira. I'm really excited about this card. It's coming this Saturday. I'm thinking Alex is going to win by KO. At least I hope he is. There's fighters like Justin Gaethje, Fiziev, Jalin Turner, Ignacio Bahamondes, Bobby King Green, Ruffy. You know, there's a bunch of good fighters, and I'm really excited to see how they end up. Let's get started with the first fight. Okay, guys, so for the first fight of the night, we have the Jordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. Right now, guys, it looks like 14% of people are picking Ozzy Diaz and 86% of people are picking the Jordan Santos on Tapology. And right now, the odds have the Jordan Santos at a minus 182 and Osman Diaz is a plus 157. And I'm going to agree with the odds, guys. I'm going to be picking the Jordan Santos to win by decision. I think he should be able to beat Ozzy here because, I don't know, just by looking at their records, Santos has already won a win in the Contender Series, which I honestly think says a lot because I feel like the competition there is pretty fierce compared to Ozzy Diaz, who got knocked out in round one versus Min Yang Zhang in his first UFC debut. So I don't know. It just doesn't really scream ready for the UFC to me. So I'm thinking the Jordan Santos should survive, play the point game, and win by decision. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Let's go to the next fight. All right, guys. So for the second fight of the night, we have Chris Gutierrez or El Guapo versus John Castañeda. This one should be a really good fight, guys. I think it should be a war. Honestly, it should be a striking war. It could be mixed in with some grappling, I would think, depending on where either guy would want it. I would think maybe Castañeda should try to take it to the ground versus Gutierrez, who uses a lot of leg kicks, a lot of striking. So I'm thinking Chris should probably win here. I'm picking him by decision. Right now, the odds have him at a pick'em pretty much. Gutierrez is pretty much a slight favorite, or just a pick'em favorite at a minus 105. Castañeda is a minus 115. And I could see why, because, Chris Gutierrez hasn't looked the best recently. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think he doesn't look that bad. I mean, he's only lost to Yadong Song, Pedro Munoz, who are pretty decent fighters. And then Castañeda, on the other hand, who has only lost recently to Daniel Marcos, who's undefeated. So honestly, it does look pretty decent for Castañeda in terms of his potential. He's only lost to an undefeated guy recently, and before that he was getting unanimous decision wins, at least two in a row. Before that, he lost to Daniel Santos by a knee in round two. So I feel like Castañeda could get finished. But most likely, I think this one's gonna go to decision. I'm thinking El Guapo wins by decision, by probably like a split decision, I would hope. But I can also see Castañeda also winning by a decision, maybe a finish. I just don't, for some reason, I just don't see Gutierrez finishing Castañeda. So I'm thinking this one goes to decision. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go to the next fight. Alright, guys, so in this next fight, we have Mairon Santos versus Francis Marshall. This one, guys, I'm pretty confident that Mairon Santos is going to win. I don't really think I have to convince you guys. It seems like a lot of people are agreeing that he should win. He's a minus 305 and Marshall's a plus 255. I think it's because of a lot of things, mostly because of Myron's recent performance over Con Offley, where he won the Ultimate Fighter. He ended up finishing Offley in the second round. I remember watching that fight because I picked Offley. So I was just surprised to see that Mairon would just win that way, so convincingly. So I'm thinking Mairon has a lot of potential. He's really young. I believe he's only, let me double check, 24 years old versus Francis Marshall, who is 25 years old. So they're around the same age. But I think, if you look at Marshall's recent record, he's being Dennis Bazuksha, who I've said before, is not the most impressive win by split decision. And then before that, he lost to Isaac Dolgarian. Don't blame him; that's a pretty good fighter. And William Gomes by split. So I don't know. I feel like Marshall is just gonna try to play the point game again and try to win by decision. But I think Myron Santos is gonna look for a finish and also be winning on his way to a finish. So yeah, I'm convinced Myron is gonna win, guys. I'm gonna be picking him by round 2 TKO. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. So in this next fight, we have Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. Guys, if you guys didn't see the odds for this one, Leal is a minus 775. Morono is a plus 575. I honestly am a little surprised. I agree that Carlos should win here. He should be the pretty big favorite. But by this much, I think it's a little bit much. But I'm still picking Leal to win by round 3 TKO. I really do think he has really good potential, really good skills. Because I did see the fight versus him and Renat. It was a really good fight, honestly. And I think, if I remember correctly, it was controversial because Renat, I think they fought in Saudi Arabia, I believe. And I'm pretty sure I would hope so. And they ended up giving it to Renat. I think it was like it should have been a split, or maybe Carlos would have won. I'm not too sure. I gotta double check that. But I do remember that Carlos Leal is good. I was actually when I picked Renat that fight, and I remember thinking like, oh god, I got lucky that Renat won that. So I'm thinking Leal should win this one against Morono, who is 13-8 in the UFC. He's recently had 2 losses in a row to D-Rod and Nico Price. So I think on paper for sure Leal should win, and just by looking at some of the tape or some of the video, I think Leal should be better here in terms of finishing capability or just putting that pressure. I feel like Morono's going to try to survive and try to get a decision win. So I'm picking Leal. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in this next fight we have Brunno Ferreira versus Armen Petrosyan. This one, guys, I feel like should be an exciting fight because I'm thinking there's going to be a finish. And even though right now the odds have Armen at a minus 150 and Ferreira at a plus 130, I really do think it should be more of a pick'em. And I think maybe the odds will even be in the favor of Brunno by the time the fight comes. If you guys look at the records, Abus recently beat Brunno, choked him out in the 3rd round. And on Petrosyan's side, he ended up getting finished by Shower Bullet in round 2. And then before that, he got finished in round 1 versus Rodolfo Vieira. So, I don't know. I feel like the finishing capabilities for sure on the side of Brunno Ferreira. And I'm thinking if it stays on the feet, Brunno should be way more dangerous the whole time. And I don't think Armen has the grappling to control Brunno. I think Armen's going to try to play the point game and win by decision and try not to get finished by Brunno. And I do think Bruno's going to want to be looking, he's going to be looking for the finish the whole time, which kind of worries me. So I'm thinking if Armen does win, it'll be like a split decision win. If Brunno wins, I think he's going to finish Armen. So I'm picking Brunno to win by round 1 TKO. I'm hoping he just catches Armen and just finishes him. He's been finished in the last 2 fights, so that's why I think that. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I feel like this one's going to be really different picks coming from everybody, so I'm wondering what everyone's thinking about this one. But yeah, guys, let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in this next fight we have Joshua Van versus Rei Tsuruya. So I honestly think Van should win this one, guys. I mean, the odds have him at a minus 191. They have Rei at a plus 166. I'm thinking Van should win by decision because I feel like Van has more experience in the UFC. They're both really young. I think they're both around 22. Rei's 22 and Van is 23. So both of them are really young. Both of them are learning a lot right now. And Van already being 5-1 in the UFC, and Rei is just kind of coming in right now. If you include his road to UFC fights, I guess it's like 4-0 in the UFC, but I don't really count those. His real debut in the UFC was versus Carlos Hernandez, and he beat him by unanimous decision. But I don't know. I feel like Joshua Van is going to be better in the striking, and I feel like Rei is just going to want to try to take him down and like win that way. So I'm pretty sure if Van can just stay up, I'm pretty sure he should win this by decision. I'm thinking he should be able to control the fight and keep it striking. And on the striking side, I'm thinking Van should win this. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in this next one we have Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev, a heavyweight fight. This one, guys, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was super on the fence, switching back and forth. And I know it's kind of weird to say because Blaydes is a minus 350 and Kuniev is a plus 285. But I don't know, I feel like Kuniev, if it wasn't for the PED, not accusations, but for him getting caught for PEDs in the PFL, I feel like his wins would be justifiable enough to, you know, be like a pick'em versus Blaydes, if not maybe a favorite. No, not really a favorite, but I feel like Kuniev would for sure be impressive or look impressive if it wasn't for his PED usage in the past. If you guys didn't know, he fought Renan Ferreira in 2023 and he got caught for PEDs. I'm pretty sure that was the fight that they caught him in recently. So it does look like he's still winning. I mean, he only has one win after that in the Contender Series, round 1 versus Hugo Kwanha. So I don't know, just looking at his record makes me want to pick him, but I think just in case he's fighting a high level UFC fighter in Blaydes, who I would say maybe is kind of like a gatekeeper for the top heavyweights pretty much. So I'm thinking Blaydes should win this if the PEDs haven't been helping Rizvan that much anyways. Maybe it was like a confidence thing, I don't know. So I'm thinking I'm going to be picking Blaydes to win by TKO round 3, but I'm probably going to be betting Kuniev to win. I'm thinking I feel like it could go really either way, honestly, because at first I was on Rizvan, Now I'm on Blaydes. So I'm going to pick Blaydes because of the odds. And I'm going to bet Kuniev because I think he does have a chance of winning either by a TKO, maybe decision. I don't think a submission. Blaydes doesn't really get submitted. He's never been submitted. So I'm thinking Blaydes, if he does lose, it'll probably be by a TKO. It looks like Blaydes has never lost a decision either. So it's kind of interesting to see the record like that. And yeah, I feel like this one's for sure going to end in a finish. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just don't see it ending in a decision. If it does, I think maybe Blaydes will be connived by decision. But regardless, not too sure on this one, guys. I'm going to try to play both sides and pick Blaydes, but bet connive. Let me know what you guys are going to do about this one. This one's a tough pick, honestly. Even though the odds are heavily in the favor of Blaydes, I think it's still a tough pick. But let me know what you guys think. Let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in this next fight we have King Green or Bobby Green versus Mauricio Ruffy from the Fighting Nerds. This one, guys, I think it's a little strange looking at it because, yeah, I do agree that Ruffy is on the way up and he seems like to be a really good fighter from the Fighting Nerds. He's a minus 460 right now. Bobby Green is a plus 360. I'm going to be picking Ruffy to TKO Bobby in round 2. But I don't know. The more I'm looking at it, it's just kind of like thinking like, Bobby Green has fought a lot of good names, you know? Yeah, he's lost to Paddy Pimblett. Jalin Turner finished him. Drew Dober. But on the other hand, if you look at Ruffy's record, he's only beaten James Alantop, who got cut from the UFC. Jamie Malarkey, who is not that good, finished him in round 1. And he won his Contender Series fight, round 3 finish. So, I don't know. It's kind of... Maybe I'm just expecting too much of Ruffy, and I was thinking like, oh, he should have finished the long top. But long top is durable as hell. So I think if you kind of take out the long top and you look at his other wins, they're all finishes. So I'm thinking he should be able to finish Green here. I would say I would bet Green here, but I don't know. I feel like this one's really risky to bet if you pick Green because you just can't depend on him to win. I think if I do bet him, it'll probably be like a hedging bet where I think maybe I'll bet Green by decision or just kind of put like 50, something small. Even though I haven't been winning my bets anyways, but still, I feel like I'll probably bet Green just in case. Even though now that I'm like looking at Ruffy's record in terms of like him having a crap load of finishes, he has lost before though in 2019, so he's not undefeated. But still, he's with the Fighting Nerds. They're just getting better and better. Mostly all of them are winning. So I'm thinking Ruffy takes this one. Ruffy by round 2 TKO. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in this next one we have Amanda Lemos versus Iasmin Lucindo. This one, guys, I'm going to pick Lucindo on this one. She's a younger one. 4-1 in the UFC. And she's fighting Lemos. She recently beat Marina Rodriguez by split. So, and she lost to Iasmin Jauregui. So, I don't know. The more I'm looking at it again, it's just kind of like maybe Lemos could win. Lemos was 8-4 in the UFC, and she recently lost to Verna Jandiroba, who apparently trains with Lucindo. And I could have swore Lucindo trained with Amanda Nunes too. I'm not too sure about that. Maybe they just took a photo together. But I'm thinking Lucindo should be more hungrier, more fresh, more stamina. She's just a younger one compared to Lemos, who's 37. Lucindo's 23. So I don't know. I feel like youth is going to play a big factor here. I mean, she's 14 years younger than Lemos. So I don't know. Her being 4-1 in the UFC, I feel like, man, I could see why it's a pick 'em now, Now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like, yeah, I think Lucindo just because of like, the youth. Mostly because of the youth. But I don't know. It's WMMA. This one's going to be hard to call, honestly. I think it's going to be a lot to do with if Lucindo can take Lemos to the ground. If Lucindo can't take Lemos to the ground, I think Lemos might be able to piece her up and win by decision. This one's a hard one to pick. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. Alright, guys. So in this next fight, we have Jalin Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. This one, guys, should be a really good fight. It's going to be between two really good strikers who I wonder if they'll mix in grappling. I kind of doubt it. I think this is going to be like a long-range striking match. Maybe they'll mix in the clenching or in the close-range striking. Who knows? But I think both of them have really long reaches, and I think they're going to use it a lot of kicks. So it should be a really entertaining fight with maybe a finish. I think it's just going to be a war, but there could be a finish. I'm picking Turner to win, guys. I'm picking him to win by decision. I'm thinking Turner still has potential. I know everyone's pissed or mad at him because he tried to get a walk-off KO versus Moicano and ended up losing in round 2 by ground and pound. So like it doesn't really convince most people that he's getting better, you know. So I don't know. I feel like I think it was not to say a fluke, but a mistake. Before that, he finished Green in like round one, like flatlined him. Before that, he lost two split decisions versus Dan Hooker and Gamrot, and Gamrot being pretty much mostly a grappler. I think Jalin Turner should be able to keep it on the feet, and I honestly kind of doubt Ignacio is going to try to take him down. Like I said, I think this is going to be a striking match. And Ignacio, on the other hand, he recently beat Manuel Torres, who was getting some hype, and I think they fought at Noche UFC, and then before that he ended up finishing Christos Giagos round one again. So he has lost before to Ludovic Klein by unanimous decision. So that's how I'm thinking Jalin should be able to win. I'm thinking Jalin should be able to outstrike him, be more technical, win by points, and beat Bahamondes. At least I hope so. I mean, the odds right now have Turner at a plus 100. Bahamondes is a minus 120. So it's pretty much a pick 'em. I do think Turner should win here. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I'm thinking he takes it to decision and wins. But let me know what you guys think. Let's go to the next fight. Alright guys, so in the co-main event, this coming Saturday, a lightweight bout between Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. If you guys didn't know, this is the second time they're fighting. Justin Gaethje was supposed to fight Dustin Hooker. So I think Rafael Fiziev is going to have less of an advantage on this one because Gaethje has had a full camp and Fiziev is stepping in short notice for Dan Hooker. And in the first fight, Justin Gaethje ended up beating him by majority decision. He ended up getting performance, a fight of the night that fight. So this one should be another fight of the night, guys. Honestly, I think it should be another bloody fight. The only thing I'm wondering is if Fiziev is better than he was before, or if he's ready for this fight. Because, like I said, short notice fight and versus Justin Gaethje, who, yeah, he just got knocked out by Max Holloway, but I don't know. I don't blame him for that knockout. I feel like they both Justin Gaethje risked getting knocked out just for like that finish at the end of the fight. So before that, he beat Dustin Poirier. Before Dustin, he beat Fiziev. So I'm thinking he beats him again. I feel like Justin Gaethje is not on the decline yet. I feel like he should be able to beat Fiziev again and beat him by decision is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Gaethje should be able to outpoint him, not get finished, and just outstrike him. I don't think there's going to be any grappling in this one either. Right now, the odds have Justin Gaethje at a plus 135. Fiziev is a minus 155, which kind of surprises me. It looks like 65% of people on Discord on Tapology are picking Gaethje, and 35% are picking Fiziev. So it seems like the Tapology pickers and the predict and the bettors are a little are disagreeing on this one. So it makes me wonder like what were maybe it should be more of a pick 'em, who knows. So I'm thinking Justin wins this one. He is technically an underdog, so I'm wondering to see if he wins, and I do hope he does win because I feel like he should have another big fight after this one if he wins, and I'm excited to see it. So let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go to the next fight. All right, guys, so for the last fight of the night, the main event, we have a light heavyweight fight between Poatan versus Magomed Ankalaev. This one, I'm excited, guys. Like, it's another Poatan fight. This one should have fireworks. This is why he's the main event. I'm excited to see every time he fights, and I'm wondering if he can get another knockout versus Ankalaev. I do hope so. I'm thinking this one should be his hardest test, and it makes me wonder if whether or not Ankalaev is going to be able to control him for the majority of the fight, or maybe even finish him on the ground. Magomed Ankalaev is a grappler, a wrestler, I guess the Dagestani wrestler kind of thing, and I don't know. I'm thinking Alex has a chance to. Well, he has 5 chances, right? It's a 5-round fight. He has 5 chances to get up and knock out Ankalaev, and I feel like those 5 chances are just enough for him to get like a really good chance of finishing him. If not, then I feel like Ankalaev is just gonna control him each round as soon as he gets him down, and just ground and pound him, maybe even get a finish before the round ends. I'm gonna be picking Ankalaev to win, guys, by decision. I'm really sad to say it, but like I say with a lot of the fights, with a lot of my picks, I'm gonna be picking Ankalaev, but I'm gonna be betting Alex Pereira to win. I'm thinking Alex, if he does win, I think he's gonna win by knockout, and I don't know. I feel like Alex could get a knockout just as easy as he did in the fights prior. It just depends on chance. It just depends on how the fight goes. And I can easily see Ankalaev just controlling the fight if he doesn't get caught. And if he does get caught, he's never been knocked out before. So I don't know. It just doesn't scream, at least in MMA math. And even at the records, it's just kind of impressive to see Ankalaev beating everybody. Other than Jan Blachowicz, or Jan, he ended up getting a split decision, or a draw that fight. So it makes me wonder how the fight's going to go. I'm hoping Poatan gets another finish. And I think I heard Chael Sonnen mention that if Alex does lose, he's going to like announce going to heavyweight. So I can also see that happening. You know, I feel like Alex doesn't really have to prove anything else in the light heavyweight division anymore. I don't think people are going to like love him even that much more if he does. Obviously people are going to like him more if he beats Ankalaev, but I don't think it's going to change much for him. You know, it's just going to be the same thing. And Ankalaev, you know, obviously he wants it. He's thirsty for the win. He wants to be the champ. And Magomed should have like a future if he wins the championship. And I'm not saying Alex isn't as motivated before, but I feel like Alex has more options. You know, I feel like Alex, even Usyk has been talking about fighting him. So it's interesting to see the options that Alex has. And I just don't think. I do think it plays a factor in how much Alex is going to want it, but I think Alex is still going to play the same game anyways. I don't think it's going to be like a will thing. I just think it's going to be like a technical thing where if Alex implements his game plan better, he's going to win. If not, then he's going to lose, you know? I don't think there's going to be a lot of willpower there. I think it's just going to be a lot of planning, execution, adjusting in the fight, and seeing who wins, you know? So I'm excited to see it. It should be a really, really good fight. I obviously hope Alex sleeps Magomed. It'd be kind of just funny. It'd be funny, and also I'm a fan of Alex, so it'd be cool to see. If Magomed does win, I think he wins by a decision, like I said. Let me know what you guys think about this one. This one should be a great fight, as always, and I'm excited to see what happens after this fight. I feel like there's going to be a lot of like announcements, maybe some changes after this fight ends, and I'm wondering who's going to be next for the title if either one wins, if Ankalaev wins. If Ankalaev wins, I think Alex is going to get a rematch. I think people kind of forget that too. I feel like, not to say it adds more of a reason why Alex will want to win less or want to try less or will want to not try as hard, but I really do think if Magomed wins, he's probably going to give Alex a rematch, and who knows, maybe Alex wins that one, or maybe he loses it again, or maybe he just goes to heavyweight. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think about this one. Put it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the video in total. Let me know what you guys are picking, what you guys are betting. What are you guys going to be doing this Saturday? I think the fights start later in the afternoon. Let me double check. It looks like early prelims start at 3:30 p.m. post Pacific Standard Time. So it's going to go well into the night, guys. So it should be a good night, and it should be an exciting set of fights. I'm super excited. I love numbered UFC events. I'm excited to see how the picks go, how my bets go. I mean, I kind of have my hopes down for the bets. As you guys know, I invest the same amount of money that I bet every weekend. So I'll show you guys my account balance from my investing account. And then pretty much I can't really show you anything from my betting account because I've been down this whole time. So, but regardless, guys, please comment below. Please like the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. I have around 50 subscribers. So the goal is still to get like around 100 subscribers by the end of the summer. Thank you guys so much for everything. And I'll see you guys in the next video.